There's obviously been some big news this lunchtime with David De Gea. Did you think 2 weeks ago, before the deadline closed, that it was possible that he would now be signing a new contract?
Yes. Yes, because it's a confirmation what I have always saying to you, that transfers is a process, and there can happen everything, and especially in the end of the process. And of course I could not preview that, but I had a hope, and I have said always till the end, in spite of all the media was writing that he was going to Real Madrid. No, I don't want to sell him. No. And we didn't sell him. No, he is here. But of course, when Real Madrid has paid the price, what we want, and put the papers in the right order and on time, he was sold. Because I believe also that players wants to play for a club. So, I'm very happy that David De Gea stays, because I believe that he is one of the best goalkeepers of the world. He was my best player last year, not only chosen by the fans, also chosen by his fellow players. So, it's a happy end.
When you presumably at some point thought it was going on that Monday night, and then got a call to say that the deal has not gone through, what do you think then?
I never think. I let the information come to me, and then I make an analysis. So I ask Ed, is it true that Manchester United was sending the papers too late? No. He said no. And the federation wants to make a declaration of that. So then for me the information is for me sufficient. And yeah, at that time I thought only, what David De Gea has to suffer. That I thought. But it's the world of football. It's a crazy world. And I cannot change that crazy world.
Will he play tomorrow?
You have to wait and see, because I have to judge the training session. The philosophy is still the same. And he knows that.
You talked about a crazy world. Does that crazy world come into view when you sign a 19-year-old for 36 million? Is that crazy, the crazy world of football?
No. The crazy world of football is that there is a market, and there's a market price. And we cannot have any influence on that price. And I have said to Ed, he is the best of his age. And we need a striker in the future. So we can wait a year, then he's 10 million more expensive. But now we can build him up, and at the right time he can enter in the game. But it's difficult, because the same counts for Januzaj or James Wilson. And we know already in advance. So I have said to Januzaj, I give you opportunities on the position of 9 and maybe on 10. I have done that. And then I have decided, no, it's better for you to go to another environment. Maybe you play more with them than with me. And we can see if you develop yourself more in another environment. It's the same thing what I have said to James Wilson. I've said the same thing. Only, James, you have to go to a championship club, because then I can call you back when my striker is injured, for example. Then we need you. And then you have more play time. But for him, another year in the same way as last year is not good for his development. It's not good for Januzaj. And that's why we let players go on loan we don't sell because we believe in the quality of Januzaj and in the quality of Wilson.
So Martial will have to be patient, settle in here, and we might see him later.
Yes, we have to. I say it also via you to the fans, because I can imagine that the fans shall think 50 million. So he has to score. No, he's 19 years old. He has to adapt, and it is very difficult to adapt. You have seen how Di Maria has struggled, and he was 27. And Falcao, he was 29. So it's not so easy, and especially in Manchester United, the pressure is much higher than in another club. So no, I don't think that we have to give him too much pressure. But of course, he has to adapt to our culture, to our philosophy, and that's very difficult enough. And maybe he can show signals of his quality in this season.
Louis, you mentioned before, obviously, you're going to have to look at training to see about De Gea, whether or not he plays, but you presumably have spoken to him now with the contract and everything else. Mentally, which was the issue before, not mentally focused, how confident are you that he's mentally fine to get right back into it now?
Yeah. Now, it's logical that now his head is empty. And he can concentrate and focus himself on the match. So it's a big change with the 3 or 4 weeks before that. And I hope I can see that also in the training sessions, so I can give him his first lineup position. But it is always like that. You have to show it on the training sessions and in the matches. The same thing counts for Romero and Sam Johnston. And I have to compare, and at the end I make the decision. Not only me, also with my staff. But at the end, I take the decision.
Okay, last question.
Louis, there's been reports this week of unrest in the squad in some quarters. How do you react to that, and how do you think your relationship is with your players?
I think that I have a superb relationship with my players. Maybe you have to consider how many players are coming to the manager to say something. In my career as a manager, I didn't have so many players who are coming to say something about the atmosphere in a dressing room, about the way we train or something like that. So it's very positive that players are coming to you. Then you know they trust you. But I have read in the papers things what it is not what we have talked about. It's also a repeated story. It's not only this year, also last year was the same thing. Because the consequence of our philosophy is that we have to refresh the group. And maybe you know that last year, I think, we sold and released 11 players. This year, I think 14 players. And we have bought 5 or 6 last year, and now 6, I think. I don't know, 7. So the whole dressing room has been changed. Can you imagine when your friend, because some have friends in the dressing room, must leave? And what are your feelings then? So Rooney and Carrick, the captains, came to me and said, the dressing room is flat. We want to say that to you because we want to help you. And then I have paid so many attention. And then I'm a communicator, so I communicate then not only with my captains, because they are try to warn me. So I go to the dressing room and I communicate with my players. And then we have discussed a lot of aspects. What I cannot tell here, but these aspects are not the aspects what you have written, or some have written. I don't know exactly who is written that, because it was also a source, like my friend is saying, the fans are saying that. Now the fans are shouting every week, Louis van Gaal's army! Louis van Gaal's army! So also the fans are very satisfied with Louis van Gaal. And my players are also satisfied with me. And an example is that some players are coming to me to apologize for what is written in the papers this week about our relationship. So it's amazing. And I said also Wayne Rooney is the best captain. That's something that I mean, because I had Danny Blind, the father of Daley Blind, and he was always my best captain. And when I say Wayne Rooney is my best captain, then I say something also about Danny Blind, and Danny Blind shall read that and shall be disappointed, because I have said now Wayne Rooney is the best captain. So I say the things always like I feel, but also how it is. So I can say only that I have a very good relationship with my players. It is also a little bit logical now, because there are only 9 players left of the group. So the other players I have bought. So they shall not say that I'm a lousy manager.